Hey everyone, we're going to be working on our global hero masks, and we need to sketch out our ideas first. So as always with my class, you should always be thinking about two different ideas for your project so that you can really think through what you want to do and then see which one turns out better and use that as your final. So the two things that I chose to do today are the ending of hunger and gender equality. So when you're starting on this mask and you're sketching it out, I want you just to draw, sketch out, and sketch is just those short broken lines, just a semicircle, and then just draw a light line in the middle. This line in the middle is going to represent where the eyes go, and up here is going to represent the top of the mask that kind of goes on your forehead. So on that line, you're going to draw your eye holes. Eyes, remember, equal distance apart. So you should be able to fit 5 eyes across the face. And so I'm just gonna, draw some football shapes or lemon shapes for those eyes. And then you have some options for what you actually want this mask to look like. You can have it just be, a nose mask, one that only is from the nose up. You may not just do an eye mask. That's not gonna work for this. You need to have details on here. So if I just wanted it to stop at my nose, I'd stop it there. If I wanted it to be a full face mask, I'd bring the remainder of it down. It's really your choice. So you have one or the other option. Okay, so on this mask, you need to be making artistic choices. So some of those choices are going to be, how are you going to visually represent the ending of hunger or visually represent gender equality in your mask? So it's color choice, it's the objects you choose to incorporate. So things I know about ending hunger, because I, did some research, and just as you should have done. So one of the things that I learned about ending hunger is that there needs to be more agriculture. So there needs to be more crops, more land that's set aside for food. So I'm thinking about how food really is, planted in rows so that you can have as much food as possible. And that just so happens to kind of look like, a hairstyle, like rows. So I'm going to continue adding those. And then for it to actually look like that agriculture part, I might show have some 3D aspects of some produce actually growing up out of it. I don't even have to do a ton of it. It can just be sporadic in some areas. Sometimes it's helpful to label what you're going to do. So these are going to represent fields, growing crops. So I have that. One of the other things of ending hunger is making sure that everybody has access to it. So maybe there is maybe I make a crown that represents a basket of food, and everybody's able to actually grab that from that basket of food. So you need to think about how you're going to represent this. So you have the whole top to really put a lot of details in your drawing. And don't forget about the eyes as well. So things you might want to do, maybe the lashes are going to be like corn stalks so people have food. Or, think about things that you could incorporate into your picture that make sense for a mask, but also make sense to represent your overall idea. So in my original mask, when I did my gender equality around the eyes, so these are my eye holes here, the equal sign is kind of the universal sign for that everyone's equal. And so I did that equal sign around the eyelashes along with the female and male symbol. So that's how I kind of added interest to the eyes. So think about things and again, if you have to do some research into this, that's okay. So once you're happy with your design, make sure you make both, label what things are going to be. So I said that somehow I'm going to make these into, the lashes are going to be a food of some type. So once you're happy with it, if you want to color it, you can, to help you figure out what colors you're going to need for this cut paper collage. All right, everyone, good luck. If you have any questions, let me know.